If you need some ideas on how to construct the first slide for your photography Photoshop project, I plan to present a couple videos and post them on the Moodle site. So this will be the first idea on how to create a logo. Again, remember, I want you to imagine that you have your own photography studio, you're trying to advertise your work, and so you'll create a logo slide, and then after that you'll put your examples of your photography and Photoshop works after your logo slide. So here you see an example of a possible way you could do your logo slide, and I'll demonstrate all the steps that I used to create it. But I took a photo and then took the color out of most of it, and then added my name, Schoeneck Photography, and then a website, and then just a little daisy logo here. And I probably would repeat something from this page onto the other slides, maybe just the little daisy, but to have something repeat is always a good idea. It just creates a cohesiveness to your whole presentation. Now you see that there's a number of different versions here, and I have decided which one I like the most, and I created a colored background. I left it as a white background, put a texture to see how that looks, added a gradient, added a different gradient, and I'm just seeing which look I like the best. You don't want a background that's going to distract from the focal point, so a texture background is kind of cool, but it might be a little too distracting. Here I'm using a color gradient, emphasizing the top part of the slide. It's more in goldish yellow at the top. Here I'm kind of using a metallic look, and here I'm emphasizing the bottom portion with the yellow background. So those are just some fine-tuning things. All right, let's get started in recreating this. So I'm going to go to a new slide, and to create a background in PowerPoint, not Photoshop, you can right-click with your mouse and choose Format Background. You can choose solid fill color, and then you get your color options this way, or choose more colors. You can choose a gradient fill. So there's one of the backgrounds I used. You change the colors in the gradient by going to each stopper, and then going to the paint bucket, and then going to the next stopper, set the paint bucket, and so on. And you can play with all these other options as well. So, and I'd even show you pattern or picture or texture fill here. So there's a lot that you can do to create a customized background. For right now, I'm going to just pick solid color, and I think I went with that with my first example. All right, now I've got to take color out of my daisy picture, so I'm going to go to Photoshop. I have Photoshop open. I duplicated my background. I have my background copy above, and now I'm going to put an adjustment layer on, which you have seen done already. And I'm looking for the black and white adjustment layer, and I'm going to adjust the green a little bit. If there's any of these sliders that you can play with, the green one is a good one. It'll just give more contrast to the image. I think that's good. I'll click the arrow here, and then I just want to paint back part of the daisy, so I click on my mask here, flip my color chips around. I'm going to use the X shortcut, grab a brush, and I'm just going to paint part of this back. Okay, that's good enough. And I'm just using this color as my focal point in my logo slide. Now I'm ready to save. File, save as. I want to choose not a JPEG always. Sometimes I want to choose PNG if I have a transparency I want to save. But in this case, JPEG is just fine. You can give it a name, and then go ahead and click Save. All right, I've done that already, so I'm going to go back to PowerPoint. I'll insert my picture. There's my daisy. Insert. I'm going to hold my Shift key down and drag the corner to keep the image in proportion. Sometimes it stays in proportion for you. Maybe that's too big. You want your pictures to take up sometimes a large amount of space in your PowerPoint slides, but for the logo slide, that's up to you. You might want to put a picture of yourself as the main draw or main focal point, but in this case I want this flower to be okay. And then I think I put a frame around it, so I'm going to use that photo effect. Alright, so I'm almost done with my first logo. I'm going to insert a text box and make it about as wide as the picture. Schoenig Photography. Now I'm going to choose a color that's inside of my photo, so I'm repeating the colors from this source. So I'm going to try to get as close to this golden yellow that I can. That's pretty close. And increase the size. And then I'm going to maybe use a more decorative font. And then maybe increase the size some more. Alright. And so I'm getting there. You want, one of the tricks to finding a good color combination is to take colors from the image and then repeat them. I'm going to repeat the black in the image and put a black background in. So shape fill, black, and so it's starting to take shape. I can put my little pretend website here and also add my clip art logo. So let's see if I can find that. If you go to the internet to get some logos, make sure that you give credit to whom credit is due. Let's see if that's the right one. Okay, that's a little bit too large. I can play around with the colors by going to colors, more variations. I'm going to try to pick a color that's close to my daisy color and resize it so I got a little bit of a logo down here as well. And so getting closer to what I created at the outset here, getting there. And looks like I just put a text box here for the website. And so the idea here is to show off one of your Photoshop skills or images in a large format like this so that it grabs the attention of the viewer. I like this picture. It has the rule of thirds going on, and then I'm trying to repeat the color so that the eyes, when people are looking at this, will start at the daisy, at the golden yellow here, and then bounce to the golden yellow in my name, and also into the logo. And I'll probably put some white text down here for my website, but that's the color I'm getting from the white part of the daisies in the blurred background here. So there's one idea for constructing your logo. I'll come up with a few more and post those on our Moodle site as well.